butt ass.
How are we doing today? Welcome to another show. Hey, Chad, I'm not gonna hold y'all. This one is getting crazy. This is getting weird. All right, because we thought this original story was just gonna end off where it ended off at with Brandon Jamal and his weird ass response to his sister on Saint the Sinner stream, basically admitting he tried to touch her. Like, I mean. Listen, chat. First of all, this whole back and forth scenario that was orchestrated, I can't tell you how bad of a look that it just looks on the family right now, the family unit, right? I mean, think about it, brother exposing sister, sister exposing brother, and all their inner private family dealings, all for one YouTube mustard nut nigga called Sus Marquaad to get views off of it. I mean, I just even the thought of it, chat. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's quite disgusting, but again, nevertheless, it's out there. And honestly, when his sister did that stream with Saint the Sinner, like a lot was exposed, a lot of weird shit that was exposed. Now, here's the thing, chat. Even in that stream, we did covering it. I was kind of just sus on the sister too. I'm like, her stories don't make any sense because you got to understand one of the main claims that they were making here, but beside the weird shit that we get into later, all right, the main claim was that did Brandon Jamal, who's the Naya single mama guy, if you guys don't know, that's the guy, Brandon Jamal. So the guy who wrote the Red Pill's biggest anthem, that's him. So why is he getting exposed online by his sister? I don't know. Welcome to the Red Pill. these niggas are weird. So we gonna cover it. But again, all right. So the crux was when he went on Saint the Sinner show initially, the one where he was actually crying. Like, I don't get it. He was crying on Saint the Sinner stream about how hard life is for him and how hard it was for him to succeed. Not because of the hardship of his life. Yeah, a little bit of that. But it was because he has a stuttering problem. Now, till this day, we're still trying to find the stuttering problem he's been talking about. Have y'all found it yet? I haven't found it yet. Bro, I got worse stuttering problems than you, dog. So, like, again, he uses that as some kind of crutch. He's went after multiple content creators because of this, including Fresh. But yeah, he cried on Saint the Sinner stream saying because he stutters, people don't give him a fair shake. Okay, moving past that, there were also a couple statements that he made on Saint the Sinner stream as well. He made the statement that he was responsible for taking care of his sister, right? Y'all remember that. He was solely responsible for her well-being and whatnot. He tried to make it seem like, you know, he was in his niece's life, sister's daughter's life for a long time, right? Because she was such a crash out that he just had to step in and he took care of it because, you know, the state came and took his sister, and the niece had to have a hoe, right? He told that sob story. So what he was trying to make it seem was like, okay, this is Brandon Jamal. He's trying to change his image a little bit because we just saw him crash out on Fresh and Fit. So maybe he's just trying to give us the more responsible version of him, right? He isn't taking care of his sister's niece because, instead of her going to the ward of the state, right? Come to find out on the sister stream, it got debunked. He didn't even hold the sister for even a month or 2 months or what. It was 3 weeks. Not the sister, the niece. He didn't have the niece for not more than even 3 weeks, and he gave it back to a family member. Yeah, so all that bragging and shit that he was doing on St. the Sinner stream about how it was so hard for him to take care of his sister's daughter, his niece, like it was crazy. Like wow, like he had to do it as a single person, right? Come to find out, no, it was less than 3 weeks. His sister admitted it. And what made it even worse is he was the cause of the sister getting into a situation where she had to give up her daughter to begin with. I don't know what to say about this. Is just horrible. Like, this is family drama. This is family drama we're talking about here, right? And so it turns out that he was the sole reason. He snitched on his sister because his sister was also bullshit. Apparently, she was up at 2 a.m. driving somewhere, but her 4-month-old daughter at the time was sleeping home alone. So she was driving past her house at 2 a.m, but she couldn't stop at her house to check in on their 4-month-old daughter who was home alone. So the next question I got to ask is, what was so pressing that you had to leave your 4-month-old daughter home alone at 2 a.m? And then you had to call Brandon to come in to go take care of him, right? Or her, right? And then what ended up pissing Brandon off is that he had to deal with it. So that he ends up calling the state to go ahead and get the sister in trouble, which the state took the sister's daughter away from her, right? And then placed it within custody of Brandon Jamal for less than 3 weeks. And then he gave it to the chat. Even just describing this was bad, right? It was bad. So again, that was the main thing that got debunked. And it seems as though Brandon Jamal is hung up on this. Matter of fact, after this interview, he's been crashing out left and right to try to prove what exactly. I actually don't know. I also don't know where he's trying to go with this. He's just looking weirder and weirder and weirder. And it's like, bro, it's only about time before something else comes out. Like, honestly, I would stop giving the internet ammo on this and just like start figuring out how to, just, I don't even know if you can even repair relationships with your sister at this point. There's no point in doing it. I mean, we're just watching the destruction of a black family on display live in front of us, bro. Like, I don't even know that's possible, but like, you need to get off of social media with this bullshit, because again, you going back and forth is crazy. It seems like the sister has retaliated in an insane way, pretty much serving Brandon Jamal a notice after Brandon Jamal went ahead and did a bunch more crash out shit, which is what we're about to get into today. Shout out to you, chat, for being here. You don't be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with Duke the Don, and we about to get into all of this mess. Okay, this shit is brain rotten. So if you got a drink with you or something, all right, please take a sip or two. And while you're at it, hit the like button too as well. And sponsor the show, because it's about to get crazy. So what we're gonna start off with is the allegations that the sister made on Saint the Sinner's stream. Okay, and the two main ones we're gonna get into. So you guys can just say it's not me saying it. Okay, it's the sister saying it herself, right? And then we're going to get into Brandon Jamal's crash out response. I mean, it was so bad. It wasn't even funny. But then the consequences afterwards just proves that we haven't seen the end of this thing just yet. All right, shout out to you, chat. Let's get it.
The situation that was spoken about on TikTok with regards to him, claiming that your daughter was taken away from you because you were an inadequate mother, and he was the only person who volunteered to take your child instead of having it go into adoption. And then I think he said he had your child for 3 months, and that your child was misbehaving and no one wanted to help, and your child was not getting along with other relatives, and he was basically a hero, an unsung hero, and the whole nine. So from the beginning, I guess the start point that kind of tripped me out, and there's a lot of crazy things you guys are going to want to stay tuned for, things that she shared with me that are really unbelievable. So we got like some dynamite to share. But the first thing was the story about you being an inadequate mother, and kind of he was the only person who volunteered out of the kindness of his heart to take your daughter. Is that true? And if not, what's the real story?
He wasn't the only one. He kind of stirred this whole concoction of a story up because an unfortunate incident happened to where I had to drive past my house and I thought that my daughter was asleep. I couldn't stop at the house for a reason. So,
oh, I'm sorry, chat. I misquote. She thought her daughter was asleep at 2 a.m. She didn't even know the state of her 4-month-old child at the time. Listen, as we're judging this, because that's exactly what we're doing here, we just gonna be honest about it, chat. As we're judging this, we just gotta be fair on it. Because to me, this woman is foul. She just foul. I'm sorry, bruh. She's 4 months old. What the fuck? Like again, and then here's where I'm also conflicted with, chat, because we gotta be fair here. We gotta be fair. Okay, here's where I'm conflicted at. Chat. I still don't agree with you calling the state and getting them involved with your family, right? I at least get another family member involved. I don't know, right? But they're both wrong in this situation. That's the way I can see it. But this is weird. Like what is wrong with you, woman? Like I don't get it.
When they called him, he could have just picked my daughter up and just said, "Well, let me figure out what's going on." Blah blah blah. He didn't do that. He sat down and made a thick booklet of a statement on me against me, which caused DCFS to open the case. But he never adopted her or had her for 3 months or anything like that. I never lost my rights for custody. He had her for.
Yeah, and this is getting just a heads up. I will cut you off a couple of times just to dig into certain parts of the story to make sure that we really understand. So the first departure with his fairy tale was it wasn't actually a situation where you were going to lose your daughter. He actually is the one who brought on that situation by seeking out child protective services and then making statements. Where I'm from, we call that snitching.
Where exactly is it? Are you from? Hey, stop. Hey, just because we clowning Mr. Not Your Single Mama Bozo, don't mean we ain't gonna clown you over here. All right, come on, dog. Where exactly is it? Are you from, Saint? I've never heard of a place where people come from where they stalk other content creators online. Huh? I don't understand a place where people come from where you show up to another man's house in a completely different country, completely unannounced, with cards and chocolate. Where exactly are you from, bro? Can you expound on that? Because you saying where I'm from is called snitching. Also, where you're from, you were a pimp. And you were also a high school graduate at 16. And you also went to Johns Hopkins and UC Berkeley. And all somehow managed to become the biggest technologist of our era that still don't know what an NFT is. Stop. Stop it. Where exactly is it are you from, nigga? All right, and take that shit off your fucking chin, bro.
We call it things like this ratting. Where I'm from. I don't know, where I'm from. And so he sought out, you feel me? He sought out the government. He volunteered to make statements, and then based on his statements alone, the government decided to take that child out of your custody.
Absolutely.
Is that correct?
Okay, that's correct.
Absolutely. Okay, got you. Okay, so that's number one, which is crazy because he tried to complain about having to watch the kid when really he's the reason that he had to watch the child. Okay. All right, so he caused your daughter, his own sister's daughter, to come out of your custody. Cool. And then he said that he was the only one who was willing to take the child. It almost seems like he arranged it for him to take the child. How did that end up working out?
Well, he's like you said, he arranged it. He set it up for himself to get her. He didn't even give my spouse a chance, my dad a chance, no one a chance. And he did not have her for 3 months. He had her for 6 to 7 weeks. I can't be exact.
Sure. And so that's about 6 weeks is about a month and a half.
Yes, precisely.
So he basically doubled it. He tried to make it sound good. He doubled the amount of time he claimed to have had the child. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. A little bit of dishonest.
So yeah, that was the big major lie that was debunked by Brandon Jamal. That was a big lie. Bro came out there trying to act like it was a sin. And by the way, this nigga's almost 40. yeah. I'm not joking with y'all, bro. Chat. The single mama guy is almost 40, behaving like this. We talking about him, but it's like it's like he's a 25 or not even. I won't even give him like a 21-year-old, a 19-year-old. You would think is crashing out like this. This nigga is almost 40. Like, I don't know where this world is going, but I don't like it, bro. So yeah, just keep that in mind, because most people wouldn't even realize that's who he is. So that was the main thing that apparently got underneath his skin, right? But he also kind of talked about the other side of things too as well, which is the other allegations his sister was making at him, which is him allegedly trying to touch her when they were younger. So he basically was being weird. All right, so I'm gonna play that part right now. Hold up, let me. Is that? That's. Oh, okay, here it is, right here. Let's get it.
Teacher, and the stories I would hear from my girls, 11-year-old, 12-year-old girls, and a lot of this stuff, because it doesn't get reported, it ends up escalating, and because parents don't know to ask their kids about this stuff. Hey, did anybody say anything to you? Did anybody do this? Anybody touch you here? Did anybody do this? So I think that's an important conversation to have, because it can kind of occur anytime if we're not vigilant.
Yeah. So, since we're talking about that, when I was about 13, it's late at night, I'm laying on the couch, got the cover on, watch TV, whatever I'm doing at that time. And Brandon, my brother, walks out of his room.
Brandon Jamal.
He's oily as he's oily. Like,
but look at Saint's face. All right, look at Saint the Sinner's face as she's describing Brandon Jamal being oily. Nigga, does that excite you? Why are you squinting like that? Y'all look at this nigga. Hold up.
Being made
butt ass.
This nigga said, "Oh, how oily was it? How oily? Was it lathered or just sprinkled on?"
Butt ass.
Why are you so excited, nigga?
With oil, and he just has his boxers on. And I look up, and he's got
look at him,
and he's standing over me. And I'm looking. And he's just got the weirdest look on his face. And I just utter the words like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm your sister. Like, whoa, what are you doing?
Had to remind him.
He kind of smirked and looked and just turned around.
Kind of like him. The way he's smirking and looking did you recognize that look in Saint? Right? Listen, aside from that, bro, like clearly Saint, bro, I would always commend him for performing the worst display of just journalism in the world. Like, this is horrible, bro. Like, you're sitting here you're instigating her telling all these stories she should be telling a counselor or a therapist, okay? But instead, she's on social media outing her older brother. I don't know how well this goes for mental illness, but it sure doesn't help. So we can laugh about this, honestly, chat. We can by clowning Saint, but like, honestly, this is sick. Right? So I don't know if it's true or not, because I can't believe what this woman is saying, because she left her 4-month-old daughter home alone at 2 a.m. Like, honestly, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. But if in fact it did indeed happen, this is a sick scenario to be presenting online. Let's just have a real moment for a second, chat, because this is a black family here, or what was left of it. So we just gotta like just look at this and say, it's very interesting, right? So you just gotta watch certain things. So I'm not even gonna play the rest of it, because I just think it's weird. But here's the thing. Right? Brandon Jamal's response to specifically that was concerning, right? And even Flacco pointed it out. Flacco was like, "Yo, this guy," his response to his sister saying, "Yo, she's saying you tried to touch her, bro. Like, what's up with that? You're not going to come out with a valid response, right?" So again, it was weird, right? So he in fact did respond to all of those criticisms, but the response to the sister was weird. The sister touching, right? Because he kind of glossed over it, and his response was basically equating to, well, if I allegedly touched you or tried to touch you, why would you then give me the same custody of your daughter later down the road? And although that is a valid point, it doesn't sound like y'all were raised in the right neighborhood or the right family circumstances. Just saying. So who knows how, based on your environment, people would end up turning out. I mean, we can clearly see it right now. One son is hating on single mamas and crashing out online, and the other one is just exposing the brother. It didn't seem like both y'all ended up in a nice place so far. So just say it, okay? Just saying. So when he's covering this, he basically just glosses over it and kind of makes it seem like it was a nothing burger, although that doesn't explain a whole lot, because she is brought out of an environment where you're clearly positioned to make terrible decisions, right? So that still doesn't explain if what she's saying is true. You can't use that as an excuse. Did you try to touch her or not, bro? Like, that's the question, and your answer was just very concerning. So instead of, really even messing with that, he then turns around and flips it on his head. And he starts talking about the actual custody part, doing everything he can to basically, call her out, expose her, destroy character, all these different things. Things siblings shouldn't really be doing online, but we're forced to watch it anyways. So then it all basically came down to this one weird response that honestly kind of shook me, bro. I'm gonna play this for y'all, chat. It kind of shook me, bro. And I'm sure it's gonna shake the whole lot of y'all too.
Take off my clothes.
Mm-hmm. So brave.
What I do is I remove my clothing when I want to, on rhythm, with some music.
So brave.
And they pay me.
The fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this, bro? You're being accused of touching your sister and lying all over social media, basically being the hypocrite you accuse these single mamas to be. And this, to stuff your shirt full of diapers and put on a wig, this is your response? Who thinks this is reassuring? Raise your hand. Do you think this is a reassuring response from a nigga? Oh my God, we're fucked. That's just what this is telling me. Who the fuck think this is reassuring? Tell me. This ain't reassuring, bro. You're looking zesty as fuck. Matter of fact, you're playing in the Saint Lucia's fantasies, right? Bro. Bro, not a lot of things are starting to make sense. Y'all, this is weird.
Because they're thirsty. Chicago is home to the thirstiest. Most women who take off their clothes in a rhythmic fashion, they have to travel to earn the living we Chicago girls do. You know why? Because these men are the thirstiest. They're going to book us in some dirty basement. And as long as you're willing to go in the dirty basement and remove your clothes selectively for money, you will clean up, because they make all this money. And you know where it goes? My nails.
Of course, because you deserve it, Queen.
Thank you.
Deserve it.
Thanks, King.
I too myself am a sex worker saver, so
I knew I liked you.
Of course.
You brought me here, didn't you?
Of course.
You know I'm a former sex worker.
Saint and Sinner loves saving sex workers.
You gave me this.
It's like you can cut the sexual tension between Saint the Sinner and Brandon Jamal with a knife, bro. It's like you can cut that shit with a knife. Clearly, it's something's happening here. They're playing in the fantasies. Let me remind you, this is supposed to be a beef. Let me remind you, bro. This is supposed to be a beef. I don't know what's happening here, bro. I was, remember I told y'all I was caught off guard. I wasn't holding y'all, bro. This shit caught me off guard.
Platform.
Oh, absolutely. I had to.
You know what? I'm married to this chick, but I don't know, Saint. You acting right.
Oh, listen. Saint and Sinner is definitely a sex worker saver. So
I heard that. Ladies,
now
he'll save you.
Just take your clothes off. Now, Dior, Lee, what happened with your daughter? Why was she taken? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I've never told anybody this story, except everybody who would listen.
That's why I'm here. Go ahead.
This is what happened. Okay? I don't know how I got outside the apartment.
Mhm.
You know, when I came to, I was in the local convenience store.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then I got into an altercation with a man.
Oh.
A man, okay?
Mhm.
Did I mention he was a man?
Of course.
So then this man, he chased me in my car because I don't know how we got to the cars, but he's chasing me in his car, and we got on the highway, and he was chasing me. It was a high-speed chase, and then the police got involved. But misogyny, of course, they only cared about locking up the black woman, and they chased me state to state.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm. I'm all ears. Mm-hmm.
I'm a boss.
I see it.
And I got tired of being chased.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally looked out my window, glared at the police with vigor, and they called the chase off.
Just like that.
Just like that. Because I'm a...
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What? Bro, what the fuck? Bro, we gotta stomach through this because apparently he's trying to explain this away and he thinks this is humorous. I find it. I'm laughing at him. Like, what are you doing? Why are you? It would be even better if you dressed up like Medea coming out here. Why are you stuffing your shirt full of diapers, bro? Like, I have like a serious mental concern for you, bro. Like, I think you're going crazy. What's with these diapers? Like, why are you obsessed with these diapers, bro? Like, listen, it's one thing if you use it as the little single mom, whatever, that's your thing. But if that's like your thing for everything, what's up with these diapers, bro? Like, I'm concerned. Like, and just weird. Like, weirded out, bro. This is serious. I think you got a mental issue here.
Boss.
Wow.
I ended up in a hospital in one of the states that's not Illinois. It might have been Ohio. It might have been Michigan. I ended up there.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came back from my little vacation, come to find out, my daughter is not where I left her.
Don't you just hate when you misplace something?
I didn't misplace anything. They stole her.
No.
I don't care what time of morning she was outside barefoot. That's right. 1 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. If you see my daughter, you ignore her. You let her get picked up by traffickers, okay? I need the clout.
Absolutely. You deserve all the clout, queen. Absolutely.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck, bro? Oh my god, bro. Hey, y'all niggas are weird. Y'all are some weirdos, bro. This is weird, bro. I'm gonna be real. This is if somebody accused me of shit like that, this is not how I would respond. I'm just saying. I'm sure y'all are probably along with me, bro. But essentially, what he's trying to say is that his sister was capping, right? No, she wasn't just driving past her house at 2 a.m. with her 4-month-old daughter. Just casually there, right? No, sleeping or not sleeping, we don't know because she's clearly not responsible. No, in fact, she actually took a longer vacation than that. So apparently she was out of town. So are you admitting, Brandon, that your sister went out of town and left her 4-month-old daughter by herself at home? Is that what your version of the story is? You see how weird this starts to get? Like what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we talking about? Like, somebody lying here, bro, and your story and this get up is not helping your story at all.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
So
just wow.
Yeah. Listen, I'm so touched. I hear you. That's why I'm letting you tell your story.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And so nice to finally be heard. Finally.
Oh, absolutely.
No one listens to me ever.
Oh, listen, as I said before, the saint and sinner is definitely a sex worker saver.
I can tell, child.
Now,
what is this?
Bear with me. I do understand that your brother, Brandon Jamal, had your daughter. How did that come about? I feel you. Take your time. Take your time. It's okay. The saint and sinner is here.
He made calls And because of the calls he made, they took my kid away from me. This isn't about anything we talked about previously. The story has changed. He made these calls and convinced them because he's such a master of manipulation. He convinced them with his words alone that I was an unfit mother. So never mind the man, never mind my daughter being left at 1 o'clock in the morning, never mind any of that. He did it. It was him.
Can we?
It's always him.
It's okay.
Oh my God, this is too. The cringe is too much. I can't take it. Like like the hair in the back of my neck is like going nuts right now just watching this, bro. Like, what is happening? Dude, this is weird.
He was definitely a monster. Listen, I let him have it through the camera. Okay, so I understand.
Let me guess, you called him soft, didn't you? Because he's soft.
Oh, you know, he got emotional and was.
Let me guess.
And he just casually stuffing the diapers back in his shirt. Like, what is this? What am I watching? I'm just trying to get to the part because I don't want to skip too far ahead. I want to get to the part where he addresses or kind of addresses the alleged sexual assault claims, right? Because and then we got to get it. That's important for the next thing.
He told you he had a stutter, and you probably did that thing where you didn't let him talk.
Of course not.
That pisses him off.
Interrupted the shit out of him. Absolutely.
It hates him. Right? But I bet you disguised it behind the fact that you're the host of the show, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, I like you.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
You gotta maintain order.
Yes. Heaven forbid.
Whenever. Oh, absolutely.
Fuck his feelings. He's a man.
Fuck him. Listen, whenever someone says something that I don't like, I just interrupt them and say because I'm the host. That's just how you do. Oh, the saint and sinner is gonna get his point across. It doesn't fucking matter what kind of point you're making. It doesn't
pause. What is going on?
Fucking matter because it goes against what I'm saying.
That's why he's the saint and the sinner. Saint-like, but don't you try him.
That's right.
Brandon Jamal.
So continuing on with Brandon Jamal, how was that traumatic event for you? Because we only care about your side. We don't care about the truth and what really happened. We just care about your feelings and your side. So please continue.
I relive this every day of my life. Every day I think about this.
Oh, wow.
He just stood over me. He just stood there. Menacingly. Oiled up. Just with an erection.
So he was full on hard.
Yes.
Just standing there.
Just standing over me.
With his younger sister.
And I was just in shock. And then he smirked at me. The most evil smirk. You could ever smirk, the smirkiest smirk.
The smirk.
And then he walked away.
What?
It's okay.
And this is the man who I chose to let have my daughter. Because remember, I didn't say any of this to the social worker.
So, real quick, the look he had in his eyes.
Menacingly.
Menacing. Got it. Menacingly. Okay. And then, now, just to understand, so the world can understand.
Oiled up. It was with oil.
He was oiled up.
I can tell he listened to Pretty Ricky.
Okay. Yeah, they dudes that listen to Pretty Ricky definitely get oiled up. That they do. Now, in spite of him doing this,
I'm sorry. Listen, the fact that Saint the Sinner is pinned here in this whole thing, all right, and they're both casually laughing about this, convinces me that this is some kind of sick sexual role play. And honestly, you can't convince me that this nigga right here and this nigga
but ass.
You can't convince me they're not zesty. I'm sorry, bruh. You cannot convince me they are not zesty. You cannot convince me that they are not doing this as some kind of undercover sexual role play. Bro, this is weird. I mean, this is way too comfortable. They're way too comfortable, right? And obviously speaking, his fans and people who saw this response were like, bro, this not convincing, dog. This is not convincing at all. Matter of fact, this makes you look guilty. Are you an actual weirdo? Have we been supporting a weirdo this whole time who made the Naya single mama song and he's just turns out just a weird sister toucher or some shit like that? I don't know, right? Then apparently he woke up from a slumber and decided to respond. But then he responds in a way where he's now saying, well, no, my sister's now coming after me, guys. Okay, because listen, there's a real reason I actually had to have custody of her, and you know, it's all there. But now my sister is going after me. So, you know, he then ditches his usual getup, you know, the wig and the diaper shirt and all that nonsense. All right, and then decides to put on something more presentable, you know, like a suit.
And I just uttered the words like, "What are you doing? I'm your sister."
Little stored ass nigga right here. What the fuck? Why do you're not supposed to have the buttons or the suit jacket buttoned up while you're sitting down, bro. This is how you fuck with the threads and the buttons and the fucking this guy clearly doesn't get it.
For about a year now, my brother has been slandering my name and my child's name. He's been harassing us or cyberbullying us, and he just recently made 3 new videos bashing us. I made a police report. He's made up lies saying he adopted my child, publicly calling me a sex worker, which is completely false. My daughter ran across a video and began to cry. I'm getting depressed because I know I am being humiliated and bullied. In the background of his videos, it's either my child's face or mine. This is again humiliating. He also posted my entire name publicly, and people are bothering me. For the well-being of myself and my child, I ask that you require him to remove everything that refers to myself and my child. Little girl, I haven't talked to you in person since 2018. I have countless numbers blocked because you have multiple phones and you use those apps to use different lines to contact people when they don't want to be contacted by you. You were the first little girl I ever called a bitch in my life. You were 16 or 17.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Chad. Just to even hear that. The first person you called a bitch was your sister, your half sister. Wow. I mean, damn. You couldn't think about your teacher, because I've had some bitchy teachers. But the first thing that wouldn't come to my mind would be my sister. You're crazy, bro. This is wild. Just watching all of this is crazy.
And then you pulled a knife on me because of it. And I looked at you right in your face and said, what are you going to do? And I disarmed you. Do you know why? Because I'm your older brother, bitch. We came out the same coochie, but I came out 3.5 years before you. You do realize
this nigga old as hell. This nigga old as hell. You shouldn't be doing this. You honestly shouldn't be doing. You too old for this, bro. Like like it's crazy just even thinking about this. You older than most people in this chat right now. Just being real with you, bro. And you acting like this, slandering and just fucking up your family. Just imagine being a parent of these 2 bozos. Well, would you be proud? Let me just know what y'all think. Would y'all be proud? What are we even watching?
A court of law is based on facts, not your opinion. And just because you're humiliated by your poor decisions, that does not mean what I've done is illegal. More importantly, when I first posted the videos about adopting my niece, fostering my niece, parental care of niece, either way, she was a ward of the state, bitch, because you lost her. So now that I've told my story, which happened to include your daughter, I didn't even include your name or nothing. And then your black ass chose to reach out to a bitch made ass nigga who lives in Las Vegas. Yeah, I know where you live, nigga. In that.
So do we. Hey, listen. Hey, Brandon, I'm not opposed. If you want some info, let me know. If you want some info, let me know. Hey, listen. Just throwing some thumbs out there. Hey, listen, you're not the only one that know where the nigga live. All right, I'm still waiting on that fade. Hey, you want me to come to you, Saint, or you coming to Wisconsin? Which one is it? You said you know what gym I work out at, right, nigga? Come box with me in my gym. Let's go. Oh, you didn't think I had hands, did you? Hey, listen, don't be calling niggas out to fade if you don't. See, this is the thing. The people out here just the first thing out of their mouths is asking you to fight, and it's always with these YouTube niggas. They don't know how to fight, right? I'm not saying that Saint don't got skills or anything like that. I'm just saying, bro, you will get knocked out. I'm just saying it for your sake, but I'm more than ready. You see what I'm saying? We all know where this nigga lives. he starts shit, and then when he don't want problems, he's gone. But listen, Brandon, if you want some info and you want to get at this nigga, holler at me, all right? I still think you're weirdo, though. But hey, listen, what is it? Enemy of my enemy is a friend now? You want to be a friend? Yeah, go ahead. Hit the line. Hey, but seriously, on a serious note, bro, you kind of did this to yourself. You can't blame nobody else but yourself, bro. You're a crash out. Matter of fact, I personally think you're a sociopath. That's just my mentality. Because you're blaming other things. You're out here doing all this. There's no common sense bone in body. There's nothing there. So honestly, you blaming Saint and saying, oh, she went. Saint's gonna do what Saint's gonna do. He's a weirdo, bro. That's why we expose him. All right, but like you gave him that platform to do it. So we're not gonna sit there and not point the finger back at you. You went on there crying about your life and the stuttering problem, nigga. We still don't hear you stuttering. Where's the stutter? You speak better than most of us out here. You talking about a stuttering problem? Get the fuck out of here. You got problems, dude. But seriously, like this is just weird.
Gated community. I know exactly where you stay at. You chose to reach out to this bitch-made ass nigga and attempt to slander my name by telling this bullshit ass fabricated story. You reached out to this nigga to do an interview. I haven't seen you in person since 2018 on purpose. I never contact you first, bitch. The number you contacted me from while you were at the police station doing this, I didn't even recognize it because I got so many numbers blocked. So I attempted to keep your daughter from becoming a ward of the state. You go on.
Was that the stutter? Hold up. Did this nigga just repeat himself? Was that the Did we finally found the stutter? Did we find the stuttering problem? What just happened?
It's blocked. So I attempted to keep your daughter from becoming.
Oh, Chad, we found the stutter. I was wrong. Just that one little stutter. Is that what you make your whole big stick about your life? Huh? Oh, that little stutter, bro. I'm stuttering right now. Like, what are we talking about? Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, bro.
Becoming a ward of the state. You go online talking shit. I defend myself in the only way I know how. You feel me? And now you put an order of protection on me. Bitch, I don't ever want to see you, but you're just mad that you can't stop me from doing me because you're so arrogant that you feel like since I can't stop him from doing this, it must be illegal. I would blame your vindictive, evil energy on working 10 years on a pole, because I get it. You know, most women, they strip for a couple years and get out the game. But 10 years working that pole, that'll do it to you. I know you.
This is crazy to be doing this to your sister, by the way, Chad. We got to, like, as we're listening to this, I just got to remind you, he's talking about his sister, okay? This is weird. I've never seen this in my life.
You got a bad knee. I call it stripper's knee. Because 10 years on that pole, it'll do it to you. Maybe if you didn't spend 10 years on that pole, you wouldn't look like my older sister as opposed to my baby sister.
He bringing his older and his baby sister into this. Yo, this nigga's crazy crashing out right now.
So that being said, mother, I would like you to know, this little girl asked for this.
Yo, mama still alive? Oh my goodness. The embarrassment she must feel. I thought y'all are doing all this internet mess with your mama being dead. Because, like, honestly, it'd have been better than to witness this crap being just spewed out there online. I mean, what the utter embarrassment. I would rather be dead than to be a parent of you two bozos watching y'all just destroy yourselves in the most insane public way. I thought this whole time their mama wasn't even here with us no more. Because then y'all got some serious balls embarrassing your mama like that. Who am I kidding? Y'all don't even have respect for yourselves. You're let alone your own moms. So, of course, you're going to come out here on the internet doing this mess. Holy shit. Hey, Mama Jamal, wow. Honestly, we got to look at you. Because, like, I'm going to just be real here. These are both your kids. what's going on? Like, what happened? I feel sorry that you have to go through what you're going through right now, but like, what went wrong? Like, that's what we got to ask the question here, because this is insane. Your mama's still alive. Wow. Okay. Look at him. He think he doing something here.
Do your daughter even know her father, bitch? Do your daughter even know her father, bitch?
That bitch looking old. That bitch looking old. She been working that pole. That bitch looking old. That bitch looking old. She been working that pole. That bitch looking old. She been working.
He's bobbing like he about to twerk, bro. Hey, let me just stop this right here, because if you thought that was it, that was not it. Because then, again, a lot of people, they understood he was trying to be entertaining with this, but it still didn't answer a whole lot of questions, right? So then, within the same skit too that he's doing, he then blames Flacco of all people, right? He blames Flacco for all people, for even just this whole mess being for what it is, right? So let's go ahead and get into it, because I just think that's this nigga needs help, bro. Like, this nigga. Oh, hold on, let me get this up.
Say Ice Fish, but he thinks he's Kevin Samuels. Watch him tell this unbelievable story that nobody believes, like, ever. Watch this BS and this crock of ish you're about to hear, bro.
This man, he's a 24-year-old virgin. His girl popped up pregnant. Bitch, he was gonna take her back and raise that kid until he saw my videos and said, I can't get around like this. There's no way in the...
You could have came up with a better story in your schizophrenic mind, bro.
Now, y'all know I love a good joke, right? The funniest part about my entire journey is that ever since the Fresh and Fit episode, the Saint and Sinner, blah, 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 I get way more angry messages and
Was that the stutter? That wasn't too bad. Like, again, stop it with this excuse, okay? You're stuttering. It's not a crutch, okay? We all got problems here.
Comments from angry butthurt men than I ever did from mad single moms. How dare you go on Lord Myron's show and not kiss the ring? How dare you get an exclusive one-on-one talk with my hero, the Saint and Sinner, and not bend the knee? Y'all all in my comments and all in my lives just angry. And it's truly hilarious because I never got this kind of anger from single moms. I've been roasting them for months. Front camera crying, adding music and posting it. We got a mixtape and an album out. I ain't never get this many angry women in my inbox, on my comments, than I have from these angry grown men.
Stop it. You see, this is what they all do when these guys get exposed. That's how you know it's not looking too good, right? Because then they end up blaming the men, holding them accountable. Like, I can't believe that after I crashed out on Fresh and Fit, you men are coming to me and holding me accountable. Like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we were cool. I thought we were cool, right? I can't believe after I crashed out on Saint the Sinner, right after Fresh and Fit, you men are going to come into my chat and hold me accountable? Yes. Yeah. Duh. What? That's what these niggas have been preaching this whole time, right? Accountability, right? Okay, so yeah, when you go in there and crash out, especially being a guy who literally had the anthem for the red pill, you were the guy. Your music was it, right? And don't sit there and act like you didn't piss off a lot of single moms. You did. The men weren't pissed off at you. The men were trolling your dumbass because you looked like a bitch. You didn't resemble anything remotely close to what a man is, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That's why you were getting roasted. And now you over here crying. You know what? I have never received this much criticism from even the women I roasted. But you men. Oh my God, you guys are horrible. It's the same thing with Donovan Sharp. Y'all remember Donovan Sharp when he was getting roasted about his wife? Speaking of which, we got to react to because he actually got roasted by a woman on the late night show. We got to react to that. That's gonna be a video. Put it on if you want to see it, right? But listen. It reminds me of Donovan Sharp when he was clowning Fresh and Fit chat because the men in there were saying, "Hey, listen, bro, your wife is post-wall and she's older than you, okay? And she's a single mama. We're not listening to anything you saying about relationships and dating, right?" And then he got mad at the fans for calling him out because they're saying, bro, you're a hypocrite. You married a post-wall single mama, all right? And then here you are trying to coach us on dating. Nigga, we don't want to be you. That's what they were saying, bro. So Donovan got mad and started saying, you know what? I have never gotten this much criticism from women. You know, it's always the men. Why is it the men? The men are criticizing us, right? They're doing reaction videos, and it's always some black man tearing out another black man. Right? Yeah, they always go to these excuses. It's like, bro, why are you mad that the men are holding you accountable? Right? The reason why I hammer this shit home for y'all, chat, because it's also a lesson. It's a lesson, right? Because this channel, we're not just out here just clowning these niggas. Y'all just got to know there's a method to this. These guys, like, you got to wake up from this bullshit. It's all cap, right? These niggas are scammers. The scammers are shysters here to take your money, pretending that they're doing something online. That's all. That's all we're trying to do. That's it, right? Wake up, snap out of it, right? But again, you got Brandon over here repeating the same line. He's blaming the men, holding him accountable, yet he wrote a single mama song anthem for men and got clout off of it. So it's okay when the men give you power and give you fame and give you that clout you used to brag about on these women, but then when they hold you accountable, the very same men that made your fucking career, all of a sudden, they're the bitches. And these real women, there's real women. Oh my God. You see how fast they switch up? You see how fast they switch up? It's too easy, bro. These guys are lames.
Who are so upset that I stood my ground against their heroes, their idols, their thought leaders. More importantly, as far as Fresh and Fit goes, you want to know why I call them sex worker savers? This is what these men do. This is their business model, all right? They bring 5 to 8 women on their show weekly. Some of them are miscellaneous sex workers, all right? Strippers, OnlyFans girls, half-naked women on Instagram. Sex work is sex work. It is what it is. Now, what you do for these women is you bring them on your platform in front of thousands of men who are already paying $35 a month to watch a 3-hour podcast on a Friday night because they ain't getting no coochie. So they're already paying this $35 a month to see these guys. So you give these women a platform to introduce themselves, tell where they're from, are their parents still together, if they have children, highest level of education. You know, you give these gentlemen plenty of time to decide where they would love their shot to go. You know what I'm saying? And then you upload this to the world, to the internet, to YouTube. You expose these women to millions of thirsty men. And if just 5,000 out of the millions, out of the tens of thousands of $35 subscribers, if just 5,000 of them commit to $5 to go to www.bustitopenlatinaspicyx, you'll see my whole everything.com. That's 25 grand before taxes every month. You know, most men fall in love with a hoe every once in a while. Every real nigga fell in love with a hoe. Hoes be cool as fuck sometimes. If you an old man and you've been saving bitches your whole life, saving hoes, you probably save five to eight hoes in a lifetime. Y'all save 5 to 8 hoes weekly. You're a professional.
Yeah, bro. That's called the Fresh and Fit platform. That's called the Red Pill. You know, the people you wrote a song for. That's what it's called. So yeah, these guys are the biggest hoe saviors out there, and you wrote the biggest anthem for them. So I find it interesting you're clowning these guys, but yet you're also making money off the space. Like, what, bro? Like, you look weird as fuck doing that, right? So chat, that still doesn't answer anything, and I don't know if we even get an answer at this point. But yeah, he's blaming Flacco, he's blaming Fresh and Fit, he's blaming Saint the Center, he's blaming all these people for basically the bullshit that he did to himself. Bro, you can't handle your emotions, but you're clowning women for not being able to handle theirs. Do you not see the hypocrisy here? Do you not see how weird that makes you look? You act like the female you're complaining about. Like, this is why the people are clowning you. Like, this is why you're turning into a meme, bro. Because the hypocrisy is exposed. It's exposed. You've been exposed, bro. It's done. It's done. All right. So I don't know what this was or what you thought you were doing, but you didn't answer any questions with these videos, bro. And these were his recent videos. He still hasn't answered it. There's still people looking for answers, bro. Now you think you can do a couple skits here and a couple YouTube shorts there, and people are just gonna forget about it? People are like, bro, did you touch your sister or not? Like, what are you doing? Like, we're pouring a lot of things into your effort, bro. We don't want it to come out later on the road that we supported another sexual deviant, because it seems like the Red Pill environment has a long history of supporting sexual deviants. Okay, don't even get me started on the list of these niggas. Don't get me started. But y'all, it's not, the track record is not looking good. See, when Homeland Security starts investigating y'all niggas, all right, you can't get mad and be like, oh, these feminists, they're targeting us. Oh my God, can you believe it? these feminists are just they're so angry. Like, I can't believe. No, y'all are out here supporting traffickers like Tate. Y'all propping up weirdos and woman beaters and rapists. Like, this is insane. Like, bro, if I was a fan, I'd be investigating some of y'all niggas right now. Like, right now, bro. Y'all will be getting investigated. Because you can't be surprised when we're building platforms of multiple degenerate influencers where they have a multiple followings of degenerate weirdos doing weird shit and promoting weird ideologies. Bro, so at some point, y'all got to wake up. This shit is getting weird. It's getting weird. Shout out to Great Bill with the super chat says again, bro. I got you. I got you right here, bro. Hold up. Where's that at? Hold up, right here. I got you. Again! We got to keep going through this. And then they cry about being investigated. Y'all supporting weirdos. We have to stop this. Like, honestly, it's not looking good. Right, the recent one was in the Black Manosphere with the Aaron Sloan guy, which, by the way, shout out to the person who put it in the Discord. Apparently, he got the GoFundMe money. The fuck? He got the go. So a bunch of dudes just got scammed. What did I say? Prepare to watch your money being tossed in the club, bro. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, that you best believe. Hey, that money y'all saw Aaron tossing up in the club right there when nobody was paying attention. Y'all saw that 13 bands. Oh yeah. You best believe, bro. And there's gonna be another GoFundMe. Oh, hey, listen, I ran out of the initial 13 grand. Y'all got me, but I got more humanitarian projects. The humanitarian projects. I need that. Yeah. No, I promise I'm not gonna go to the club this time. Y'all niggas, listen, I'm happy. Y'all deserve to lose that money. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, don't be surprised when he comes back again with another handout. He didn't provide proof of anything aside from going around rushing because he knew he was running out of time. Running around finding random white women. Hey, can I fix your tap water? Let me just fix your tap water. I need this. I got $13,000 on the line, bitch. That's what he was doing. That's all he was doing this whole time, right? And then finally, he put enough videos out there, and then it proved that, oh, I'm doing humanitarian work. Y'all saw the post. Y'all saw that shit. It's like, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, scammers could just come out here and just do this shit. Like, it's crazy. But, like, listen, y'all deserve to lose your money. I can't. There's nothing else I can say about that. You deserve it, right? It is what the fuck it is. Like, again, there's no proof of any employment whatsoever. How do 500 women call your job and nobody know the number still? Even to this day, we still don't know the number to your job, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to the Great Bill with the 5. Great Bill says, MTR, you're gonna save Diaper Boy too. You've reached out to him before. Turtle Boy, hashtag save black men sarcasm. Yo, we gotta stop saving these weirdo dudes. We have to stop this. Okay, I know the gender war is a thing, and you guys want to keep it going because the clout and it keeps you guys relevant and whatnot. But at some point, some of your arguments you're using is starting to become a very, very irrelevant. Like, it's like, what? Why are we saving these obvious weirdos? Why? Because their backstory represents some trauma that some guy faced with a woman at some point in time. Like, we can't be doing that. It's like if some dude comes to you with a sob story, and then y'all just go all in. Right? This is how y'all get scammed with these skits. These skits are scamming y'all, bro. Some of these people are falling for these skits, bro. They think that, the Cheesecake Factory one, didn't that end up being a skit? But everybody got pissed off at that. Chat, everyone got pissed off at the Cheesecake Factory one because they thought it was real. But why? The real question is, why did it elicit so much raw emotion out of a bunch of men online? Why did the skit elicit, and it's not just that skit, it's a bunch of other skits too that elicit this raw emotion from a lot of these men. So it's making it y'all don't know how easy it is for people to come up here online to scam y'all, because it just takes a loser with a sob story that wants a quick ban or a quick 10 bans, and then they can just come up with a lie. Y'all got to be smarter than this. That's all I got to say. Y'all got to be smarter than this. I don't know what else to tell y'all, bro. But chat, that's all I got for you today. We're going to be keeping our eye on this weirdo. We got more shows coming down the pipeline, including a follow-up on Anton Daniels and that fucking fuckery that's going on right here. Because my boy Charleston White expounded on why he thinks Anton Daniels was snaky, and him leaving the relationship in the way Anton did was weird. Okay. And honestly, I kind of see where Charleston White's coming from, but I don't at the same time. All right. But we got to decide next episode. I appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to sponsor the show on your way out. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
But ass.